So Scorpio, this is Jesse with 44 Astro with a bonus reading leading up to the energies for the full moon coming on August 30th. This is a super blue moon. It's a very rare full moon. Super moon means it's 14% bigger in the sky because it is in perigee with the Earth, which means it's as close as it can get in its elliptical orbit to the Earth. And because it's an oval elliptical orbit, sometimes it's closer, sometimes it's further away. So it's as close as it's going to get. It's going to look 14% bigger in the sky, and we're going to feel it more because it is in perigee. Super moon. Blue moon means second full moon in a calendar month. Happens once every 2.7 years. It's pretty rare. That's why people say once in a blue moon. It's very rare that these two moons occur together like this. The even scarier part is that mean old malefic Saturn will be conjunct the moon, and he will also be as close to Earth as he gets in his orbit at the same time. That also being said, he will be opposite the sun. So our inner world and our outer world is about to face Saturn, or Satan for that matter, because that's what Satan is in astrology. The devil isn't some kind of manifested anthropological being. It is the planet Saturn. Everything is based off of that energy, the whole aspect of the devil, even in the Bible. The evil and the good in us is in any person can be the devil or an angel, right? Or God. And the sun is the microcosmic. To us, it's macrocosmic, sort of, because it's our solar system and it's much bigger than we are. But it's a microcosmic example of the great light, or the Son of God, the Christ, that kind of thing. As to where Satan is kind of a macrocosmic, depending on what side of it you are, of the evil energy, or dark energy, or Satan. But they're all, it's not quite that simple. There's two polarities within the darkness as there is in the light, right? So the light isn't always good and the dark isn't always bad. But it takes a lot of deep knowledge to know that. Okay, so let's get our moon card too. I'm a Scorpio too, so we got some nice cards for us, thank goodness, leading up to this terrible, mean full moon that's coming. The only reason I say it's so bad is because, Saturn's going to be as close to Earth as he gets. With conjuncting the moon, who will be as close to Earth as it gets. So we're really going to feel this heavy, debilitating, restrictive energy. And it's going to be opposite the sun, which is our life mission, our outer expression to the world, what we're here to do. So that's going to be tested in some way. Our inner world, our beliefs, our faith, all these things, the way we think about certain things, the way we feel about certain things, and how we express them in the world is going to be tested in some way. If you're a Scorpio ascendant, this will be in your 4th house or 3rd house, depending on what degree. If you don't know how to look up your ascendant or your moon or any of that, I did do a tutorial video on natal charts. I will link it in the description below. It's based off my natal chart, but mine's a pretty simple natal chart to read. That's why I used it. And it just basically shows you how to look up a birth chart calculator and what to look for in a chart for it to be to see what's strongest and to see what your main 3 signs are. If you are a Scorpio ascendant, though, this will be in the 4th house, which is the house of the home, or the 3rd house, house of communication. So if it's your home life, it's going to be the way you think or feel about your home life is going to be tested in some way, and then the way you express yourself in your home life is going to be restricted and tested in some way. And if it is the 3rd house, it's going to be communication. So communication is going to be the biggest deal, as far as how you speak or communicate or write or whatever these things are, or even how you break things down and learn. Will all be tested by Saturn. So this is going to be really interesting. It's only going to be for probably about a week of energies that we feel it. Probably a couple days before the big conjunction happens, and a couple days after we'll feel it. This won't be the best moon to be doing anything super important. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be bad. It's just going to be there's going to be a lot of tests thrown in, a lot of monkey wrenches, a lot of flies in the ointment, Oh, that was it right there. All right. Well, we got good energies leading up to this big, bad, malefic Saturn moon. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. And we got the Lord of Material Gain and the Lord of Dominion and the Magus of Power. So I'm using the Hermetic deck. This is the deck based on the deck of the Golden Dawn. If you don't know who the Golden Dawn is, they are a magical society that existed for probably a couple hundred years, really. And they're still around, and the Theosophical Society and some of the other secret societies still have remnants of them. And their teachings are still being taught today in the mystery schools. So you got the Knight of Pentacles, Lord of Material Gain, 2 of Wands, which is the Lord of Dominion, and the Magician, which is the Magus of Power. So this is looking like wisdom and gain and power. So there are energies looking up, on the way up to this nasty conjunction. we're looking like we're going to be getting a lot of gain. We're going to have a lot of manifestation, a lot of passion in our manifestations, and we have a lot of wisdom. We're creating what we want, and it looks like it's leading to good money or prosperity, whatever that means to you. Whether it's prosperity in love, whether it's prosperity in money, your home life, whatever that is, whether it's material or spiritual even. Because with the megas here, it could even be spiritual. You got, the caduceus right here with Mercury. This is Mercury beside the megas here. And Mercury is the Archangel Michael, he who is closest to God. It's also the winged messenger. In alchemy, it is Mercury or Quicksilver. It is very powerful energy. It is the energy that is used to merge the sun and the moon. And the sun and the moon will be in this opposition for a little while. Saturn and the sun will be in opposition a little longer than the moon will. So we are going to have, it's basically the devil facing God with the earth in between them. Us, in a way. And our inner world will be tested. But even with that going on, it looks like us Scorpios are going to have a lot of material gain. And whatever it is we're trying to create, whatever prosperity, looks like we've got everything we need to do it. And whatever it is we're trying to make happen. Because that's what the Dominion does. It's you creating. It's a manifestation card. In this deck specifically, it's not waiting for anything like it is with the world in its hand. This is like you are making it happen. The Nine of Pentacles is very similar in this deck. It's its astrological designation in this is Venus in Virgo. So maybe some of you have Venus in Virgo. I don't. I have Venus in Scorpio with Saturn with Pluto on them. So I had a rough Venus, needless to say. And this is of course Mercury card, right? The Magus. So yeah, it looks like it's all good for us, Scorpio. Looks like material gain, something manifested, abundance in some way, prosperity, all these things. Looks good. Looks like many of us are trying to manifest or create something, and we're about to have it. So yeah, this is the best reading I've had so far for this energy leading up to this really nasty conjunction and full moon. But yeah, I'm going to do a full moon reading and try to have it next week and have it released before the 30th. This is just good preliminary energies leading up to it. Please consider liking and subscribing. And if you need to learn how to look up your natal chart, I will put the video in the description. But yeah, that's all I have, Scorpio. Please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. Hopefully I'll see you back again next week for the full moon reading. And hopefully this energy does treat us this well.